Let's touch a bit more on using deep learning for Earth system science. We have already defined Earth system science elsewhere. We defined AI as something that basically does what humans do in terms of looking at things, listening to things, collecting data, synthesizing, identifying patterns, etc. But of course, AI can do much more efficient things than human beings. Machine learning is where you go a little bit beyond in recognizing patterns that human eye may not always be able to do. And deep learning is machine learning with multiple layers of complicated connections that we try to extract from data and so on to understand processes. Like in the Earth system, there are many good examples where people fish at a pond and the fish which eats the larvae of the dragonfly is taken away. So dragonfly population blooms, and then dragonflies eat the bees, and bees reduce the pollination and so on. So these kind of patterns emerge when you give wide array of data to deep learning. But here in the Earth system, we are also looking at physical processes of how extreme rains happen, how sea surface temperatures in one place affect rainfall in another place. And in the models, we have very complicated processes like a radiative transfer, where you have to account for the energy coming through and how it's going through the atmosphere to the ocean, to the surface, and what it does in terms of setting up the temperatures, pressures, gradients, and help the circulation. It happens to be the most expensive part of doing the general circulation of the climate, earth, weather, etc. So you want to keep these computational costs to as little, as small as possible. And AI can help do that, because if you give it enough data, it can do things much faster than sitting down and computing with mathematical equations and so on. So AI, ML, DL are all working together. There are methods like artificial neural networks, graphical neural networks, convolutional neural networks, and so on, that transfer learning, all kinds of exciting things are there in terms of the methods by which these things get done. And the application of a specific method depends on the situation, the context, the data you're trying to deal with, the process you're trying to understand, and so on. So we're at a good time to exploit all the data, the models, and the AI methods together to advance Earth system science. Okay, watch it and let me know if you have questions.